Preview to the next video cast. The importance of Hollywood to figure this out for the greater good of all unions, jobs, careers, businesses, and society if we wish to sustain over the next 10 to 20 years. Or we all lose. Hollywood is changing forever. We are in a very violent disruption affecting every sector of Hollywood as we know it today. We're looking at the next evolution of entertainment, both big screen and small devices, locally and globally. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the very disruptive process that's happening in Hollywood, which came to light really with the writer strike, which they're not even famous. They don't have a platform for people to hear them out. They're often ignored and pushed to the side, which is horrible because these are the people we depend on unknowingly to give us the stories that are crafted as the heartbeats of this entertainment, whether it's movie, television, or what have you. These are the reasons we find these performances memorable and incredible. It's thanks to the script. Thank you to screenwriters. And as time has gone on, the structure of these screenwriters' jobs have been diminished. Writers' rooms being brought down, and they don't get to be a part of the project as long as they used to be, which makes it worse for them. But now there's a resurgence in the conversation about these business models that have evolved grossly into this new Hollywood that is threatening Hollywood to be sustainable. We have the heavy hitters. We have them on board. And it's SAG and the Screen Actors Guild that is fighting for their rights too. And they're standing in solidarity with the writers against AMPTP, which is a funny word, but it means the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, I think. And they're comprised by like Apple, Disney, Netflix, Paramount, Sony, Warner Brothers, along with many others. They have like 300 plus members. Before I get into all of these negotiation and problems and what's happening, I'm going to take us down history and memory lane to hopefully have a better understanding, possibly how we even got here. That will give me a better framework so I could describe these challenges somewhat. So we see how we went through these phases and now we're here. Remember, this is an entirely new battlefield. It's not just a war for viewership, but it's to protect the rights of those that pour their hearts into the creations as we continue to evolve in this industry. It is incumbent upon us to make sure that our voices are heard. The conversation should no longer be about the survival of the fittest, but more about collaborations so everybody can coexist. If we all don't act right now in this wake-up call, if they don't find a way to bring bricks and mortar studios with these streaming giants and the union to the table on something everybody can agree on for longevity, we all stand to lose, every one of us. In the march of technology, AI will continue to advance, not only really hurting and assisting to replace the old school studios, but the streaming services are in real danger now too, because the streaming services of today that remove the studios of yesterday will be replaced shortly by these AI future models. They have to make sure a way to figure out how to lower the cost of these movies, figure out a way to make it more accessible for the theaters, which cost too much money to get into in the first place just to go to a movie. I mean, we're talking about tickets, soda, and something to snack on, over $40 for one person. This gets out of control. The executives don't pay attention. If the CEOs don't pay attention, if they don't look back at history, they too will become obsolete. Their investors will start to report on these commodities that are losing value, and people will pull out. That'll spread like wildfire. Why would people invest into a technology that's getting superseded by AI? Talking to streaming services have to be very careful if they don't build something sustainable for everybody. This will affect everybody in every sector of this industry. But it's not just us under attack. It's got to be guided for a better future and some kind of guidance for other platforms, agencies, communities, corporate structures that are going to run into similar problems. So we have to figure out how to shape this future industry for the better of humanity. This sounds crazy. I know this sounds crazy, but this is real. So as we look directly into the next evolution of motion pictures and television and cinema, and I can't even talk right now, this evolution is for us to shape. And if we can shape this together and we protect our values for longevity, perhaps we can sustain something longer than shorter. I'm very passionate about this. It's been a very, very long speech on this, and I hope somebody's listening that can do something. I say this to inspire someone, and I hope you guys subscribe and catch you on the next one. Peace out.